Hi, I am Reesa Tessa. I'm the creator of the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series that has been all over TikTok. I do realize that this series has gone completely viral, but I'm happy to see that people are having conversations about it. I'm happy to see that people are watching it, but more importantly, I'm happy to see that it is helping someone, even if it is just one person. That was the purpose of putting this video series up, to tell my story and to tell it detailed and in order. I did it the way I did it so that way you actually can listen to it as an audiobook, chapter by chapter, in order. So, if you see this and you're like, oh my God, I'm not doing 50 parts, don't worry. Simply go to my page, click on the playlist, and it will play in order for you. You can listen to all the times I made bad decisions. You can clearly listen to the good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing, but most importantly, the redemption and the forgiveness that I'm trying and learning to give myself. I challenge you to listen to the entire series. I challenge you to listen to it in order. That way, a lot of the questions you have that you all are asking, they will be answered. If you still have questions at the end, I get it, and I understand. You guys be blessed, and I hope and pray that this series has helped somebody. Have a great day.
Let's find the vibration.
What is up, Eliens? It's Simply Elle, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and welcome to the Alien gang. And if you're not new here, you know it's the regular madness. It's the regular madness. Thanks for coming back. So today's video, Reesa Tessa and who the fuck she married. If you have not been living under the sea, under a rock, under a fucking volcano, you have probably heard about Who the Fuck Did I Marry? The 50-part series by none other than Reesa Tessa herself. A woman who first came out to tell us how her ex lied to her. The things that she said in that video was just so intriguing that people were like, girl, I need some more information. You can't just say this and then we're supposed to just forget about it. No. So Reesa Tessa now said, okay, since you guys want to listen to my story, I'm going to give you guys the story about how she really didn't know the person she married. Reesa Tessa narrates her experience with a man that she refers to as Legion. She begins the first ever TikTok original movie, Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Produced, written, acted, directed by Reesa Tessa. This woman had the entire world, the entire Beyonce's internet in a chokehold with this story. And I was seated for part 1 to part 50. However, what I really want to talk about in this video is just like, you know, not too much on Reesa. Not too much on Reesa. She knew she was dumb. And I think the reason why I really love her story is because, in my opinion, she gave us some information that nobody looking for sympathy, nobody looking to victimize themselves will say. From that story, there's nobody, at least not that I've seen, that's confused about her role in what she experienced. She was very much a part of why she went through what she went through. And she does not ever deny that. And that is what made me really drawn to that story and what made me really love the fact that Reesa Tessa is now blowing up. Reesa Tessa has now been contacted by Delta Airlines for a trip. She's going to London and she's going to Paris. In the story, she mentioned that her ex-husband, Legion, promised her on some vacations, on some trips that never happened. She literally is now getting to live that dream. She's now going to London and she's going to have a stopover in Paris. She's going to document her trip. Reesa in Europe, or Reesa takes Europe, or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? Go, girl. Good for you, because doing this was work. Okay, you're being paid for your work. You're being paid for your labor. Not only did she have the story was extremely dramatic, but it's the way that she was able to engage millions of people. And it's still happening. It's been about maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and she still has us in a chokehold. Auntie Reesa Tessa, wait on ma. I have toilet for you, Reesa Tessa. Toilet for you. Another thing that I wanted to mention is a couple of ways we can avoid ending up like Miss Reesa Tessa here, okay? We can avoid making the mistakes that she admittedly made while experiencing Legion, that demonic man. Even though the guy was a demonic puzzle, she also decided to literally close her eyes to certain things. What really shook me in the beginning was the house. The first time they were looking for a house, and she found out he was lying. And she literally said, I'm gonna let him get away with the lie. I said, huh? Auntie Rita, all that big baby bunny is as if I'm not hearing you. You will what? She said she would let him get away with the lie because at this point, Miss Reesa Tessa was pregnant. Her moving in with him in 2 weeks can kind of be explained in a way where I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, that COVID time, a lot of people were going crazy. I included, okay? We were bored in the house, in the house bored. Bored in the house, in a house bored. I can understand why she felt that she didn't want to be alone. You know, COVID was going to be a lot. And so she wanted some company, even though that company is basically a fucking stranger. I don't care if I like you. The men that I've dated, I like them, but I definitely, I'd never let it get lost on me that they're strangers. Because I literally just met you. Where is the trust coming from? So she moved in with a stranger in 2 weeks because she really liked him. She thought it was sexy. He's paying all the bills. He changed her tire. Not just changed her tire, bought her a new tire on the same day, on the same night. On their way to Cheesecake Factory. She found it sexy. Okay. Back to seriousness. She couldn't believe that me, Reesa Tessa, I'm getting such a fine specimen like this. According to her, I've seen Legion and couldn't be me. But according to Miss Reesa Tessa, Legion was fine. He had money. He got money. He was promising heaven on night. As people, if we've been through hell, only God knows what we will do to get a taste of heaven. The moving in too fast thing, okay. Yeah, that's not cool at all. I definitely don't recommend it. If you're listening to this, if you're watching this video, come. I don't recommend dates, okay? We now get into the house situation. He lied about being in escrow or having the house under contract, and then all they had to do was, because if you have the house under contract, you just have to inspect and close and all that. And weeks are going by, there's no inspection, there's no closing, nothing. Like, what's going on? She does some research, or it came to her mind that by divine intervention, honestly, in this beginning, by divine intervention, information falls into your lap that this guy didn't buy any house, he didn't put any offer, nothing. You know he's lying. He's lied to you. And the person that you think to do, your problem solving skills told you or led you to let him get away with the lie. I really can't wrap my head around it. However, I can explain. He took things off her plate financially. To anybody, I think that's a plus. It doesn't matter who the heck you are, unless you're freaking Jeff Bezos or something. And I can argue that he will appreciate it. I feel like we will all appreciate it when somebody takes something off your plate and gives you less to worry about. She definitely mentioned, and I want to make it a point, that he took away her financial stress for the most part, but he gave her mental, emotional stress. Perfect example, the devil does not give without taking something. He paid for all the bills, but he's a freaking pathological liar. The next reason, which I feel like is a really big one that is common amongst women, is the need to be married at a certain point in your life, or even in general. She said she needed to be married. I think she was in her 40s when this happened, or she's 40 now, I'm not sure, but she's a grown woman. And she felt like, you know, this is my time. And I'm here to tell you, nobody needs to be married. That's what I've gathered in my little 25 years of life. You can want marriage. I don't think you need marriage. It's definitely something that people strive for. Nobody wants to be alone. People love companionship, right? If you're thinking, oh my God, my time's running out, and you haven't found someone, you should still be dating smart. You should never count yourself out because you're like, who's gonna want me? If the relationship doesn't suit you, leave the relationship, please. It's not by force. We don't have to die there. Kubakulo. Another thing is the financial dependence. I'm talking to women who date men. So I'm talking to heterosexual women. Because the man is paying all the bills and all that stuff, it feels good. I understand that, but that doesn't mean you should not be capable. What if this man dies? What if he's not here anymore? God forbid. What if he doesn't even want you anymore? What if you find out he's a freaking liar? Are you gonna be able to be like, oh, I don't need this, I'm leaving? The financial holes that's left by you, I can plug them right back in. Ask yourself, can I sustain the lifestyle I'm living right now if I didn't have an extra person contributing financially? As a woman, you need to ask yourself that. Before you enter the relationship, you should not be worried about how much money he makes, in the sense that he's going to be spending all his money is all that's going to be spent. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's what independence is. If there's no man in your life, your quality of life should not decline. It should not take a fall. You should be living up to a certain standard for yourself, for all the things you want. If you're someone who likes trips, if you like clothes, makeup, wigs, whatever it is that you're into, you like all these things, are you able to provide it for yourself? And if a man comes in and starts providing those things for you, if he decides to stop doing that, or if life's and he's not able to provide that, are you now gonna need another husband? Are you able to leave the relationship if it's a situation whereas it's become dangerous for you to be in this relationship? It's become detrimental to you either physically or mentally or emotionally. Are you able to decide, I need to go? Those are things we need to think about, because Miss Reesa Tessa stayed because this man seemed too good to be true. He was providing things that she wanted, but she couldn't give herself. $700,000 to $900,000 house, BMW, dark blue X5 with cognac interior. She wanted that, but she was never able to get it because the man them did not have the funds. He was tricking her with all these things, allowing her to salivate on getting these amazing things and never come through. She wanted those things. He helped her with bills and he was paying for everything or whatnot, but this man was stressing her the F out. She got pregnant, had a miscarriage, and this man could not even take her and had the nerve to show up 3 hours late after the procedure. Women, it's lovely when a man does things for you. Yes. I love it. I love that for you. I love it for me. I adore that feeling of feeling like a baby girl, living soft life. But one thing my father taught me, my parents actually, and I will always thank them for this, was that I should not worry about men because they can provide everything I need. If I needed something, my parents always made it known that it was okay to come to them. And if I couldn't do it myself, I was always going to have the backup of my parents. It's nice to have a man do something for you. Men do things for me all the time. I like it when I'm being treated like a delicate little flower. But when I'm by myself and there's no man around, I need to be able to survive. I need to be self-sufficient. I can't wait for a guy. The lesson is not to be financially dependent on a man, so that you are able to cut ties when you need to. The final lesson that I feel like is important to talk about is basically living within your means, not wanting things that you can't afford, because I think that was also another factor in this situation. Besides her really wanting to be married, besides her being lonely, besides her overlooking, as she put it, United Nations of red flags. It would help that before you make it in life, you should understand the financial position that you're in, so that you don't, end up like Ms. Reesa Tessa here. Okay, if you cannot afford BMW yourself, you shouldn't really be expecting someone else to be able to afford that. In Reesa's defense, he, I think, was the one who really even prompted all these things that she wanted. He's the one that would say, let's look for a house. I'm gonna get you a BMW. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I booked a trip and all this. And all of that would sound good to her. So she would say, okay, yeah. And it would never happen. So in her defense, he was the one really offering these things to her. I'm mentioning it in this situation because I know that there are women who really want a certain type of lifestyle, and instead of working towards providing it for themselves, they are waiting on one guy that will come and sweep them off their feet and sell them a dream. Because this guy sold her a dream, but some people are looking for dreams to buy. This guy, for real, just like unprovoked, sold her a dream. But the fact that she kept taking it and taking it and taking it, he kept doing more and more and more and more and more until she decided enough is enough. Oh yeah, come and be going. I have no problem in women who want to, be a stay-at-home mom, who want to be housewives. I have no problem with that as long as you're also self-sufficient. You should have your own money so you could also contribute a little bit to the household, even though your husband might take on the majority of everything because that's the arrangement. But you should also, be able to do things for your family with the money that you earn. And maybe he's also going to be giving you an allowance because you're likely not doing like a job and more of stuff like running a business or something, or being a content creator in this day and age, or maybe running a daycare or babysitting thing, whatever. Something that you can do while you're doing the housewife stuff. Some people literally think that some men are going to put them in a lifestyle where they literally sit there and do nothing and just look pretty. Like, some of you going to be putting grape in your mouth like this. You better wake up. In 2024, there's recession, no? There's recession, okay? It's not easy in this life. I want to touch on that and also clarify that Ressa herself really didn't ask for all these grandiose things. He really was the one, like, when I think about it, he's the one that will say, oh, I want to get you this. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do that. And nothing will ever happen. But it is safe to say that the reason she stayed is because those things sounded good to her. They were enticing.
I am an intelligent woman, and I know that I know better. And I still sometimes ask myself, how the fuck did you let this happen? How did you let this be your story? All because at the time, I wanted it to be my turn. And I hoped it was my turn. And when people say, well, what do you mean by that? I just meant, we all see it, whether it's social media or real life, we all see where the woman she done been through some stuff, but she finally met someone who appreciates, loves, and respects her. And it is a beautiful thing. I had hoped that when I met him, it was my turn for that. And instead of being obedient, I wanted to be right, and I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And the cost of that decision was heavy. And yes, I will one day get to London. I will get my dark blue BMW X5 with cognac interior. I believe I will get those things. Just got to get them a different route. So thank you all for being on the playlist of Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
When she realized that he's flaking on this BMW stuff, she went and got ahead and got a car that she could afford. If she could afford a BMW, I don't think she would have gone through all this stuff that this man put her through for a freaking dark blue. Listen well.
I wanted a
dark blue
X5
X5 with cognac seats or cognac interior, whatever. She ended up buying a car that she could afford. So listen to me, don't live above your means, because sometimes you can be dealing with a legion. So you can be asking somebody that don't got it to be doing things for you, and they'll be putting you on it's coming. That is about it. I want to say congratulations to Ressa on having this very successful story. The reason she was able to really do well despite how crazy the story is because of her storytelling abilities. She has skills. If you look on the videos, each video has at least 1 million, some of them 5 million views per video. I was on her TikTok yesterday and people are like, oh, who's just starting? So people are just discovering her. She ended up on ABC News. In her comment section, you find Five Below, you find Microsoft, Tinder was in her comment section. I'll put little screenshots of what I saw on her page and how she broke the internet. Reesa Tessa broke the internet because of who the fuck she married. Hey guys, I just wanted to hop in really quickly. This is me editing, and I just realized that I forgot to mention that I definitely did not cover every single lesson that could be learned from Reesa Tessa's story, and I do want you guys to put down in the comment section what you guys learned from her story. Flood the comments with what Reesa's story has taught you about yourself. That's it for the videos, lovely. Congratulations again to Reesa Tessa. I fully support her. She told the story like it is and took it on the chin that, this wasn't my brightest moments in life. This wasn't my sharpest moments in life. Really go. She understands it because nobody in this life can tell me that they always knew when something wasn't right. They always knew when not to do something and they never made a mistake ever. That would be a freaking lie. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Leave some hearts in the comment section if you made it this far. I would really appreciate you. Like I said, if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to join the Alien gang on your way out. And don't forget to leave a like if you liked the video. To my solidified aliens, guys, we reached 1,000 subscribers and actually have passed it. I'm so freaking grateful to everybody that has subscribed from anywhere that you are in the world. Thank you so much for, you know, condoning my madness. I really appreciate it, and you know, let's try to get the channel up to 2,000. Please run up this video. I'm really happy that you guys are here, and I'm really happy to have this platform to get some things off of my chest. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.